Hi everyone, welcome to CodeTav Management. Today we will solve today's Geeks for Geeks problem of the day, which is shortest prime path. So the question is like here, you were given two four-digit prime numbers, number one and number two, and find the distance of the shortest path from the number one to number two that can be attained by altering only single digit at a time, such that every number that we get after changing a digit is a four-digit prime number with no leading zeros. So number one is 1033 and number two is 8179. So your explanation here is 1033, then 1733, 3733, 3739, and then 3779, then 8779 and 8179. So there are only six steps required to reach number two from number one, and all the intermediate numbers are four-digit prime numbers, right? So here, first of all, we have made one class like class pair, which defines the simple class named pair to represent the pair of the integers. And int first and int second, these are representing the first and second elements of the pair. So this pair one means through this pair method, int first, int second, and this dot first. So through this, it initializes the first and second elements of the pair, right? So after that, this class solution is there, and solve method is there, and it declares the method solve. So that takes two integers, number one and number two, as parameters, and returns an integer. So this method is designed to solve a specific problem related to finding the minimum number of steps to transform one number into another. So if this number one and number two are equals, so we are checking that if number one is already equal to number two. So if true, there is no need for any steps, and the method returns zero. So then Boolean prime. So new Boolean. So it creates the single Boolean array, which is prime of size 10,000 to represent whether each number from 0 to 9,999 is prime. So after that, arrays.fill. So this initializes all the elements of the prime array to true. After that, prime one equals to false. So this marks one as not prime since it is a special case. So then the nested loops starting from for int I equals to 2, I less than equals to 9999 and I plus plus. So it iterates through numbers from 2 to 9,999 and mark the multiples of each number as not prime. So this is done using the sieve of Eratosthenes algorithm. So we have discussed it in another problem as well. So after that, this queue pair, new linked list. So it basically here it's creating a queue of pair objects to perform breadth first search, and each pair represents a number and the number of steps taken to reach it. And after that, queue dot add, so it adds the initial pair to the queue with number one and step count 0. So after that, the Boolean uh, uh, visits equals to new Boolean. So this is basically it creating a Boolean array, BIS, to keep track of visited numbers during the breadth first search, BFS. So after that, while loop is started, so here it initiates a loop that continues until the queue is empty. So then after that, it basically retrieves the number from the front of the queue, and each step equals to q dot pick dot second. So it retrieves the number of steps taken to reach the current number. So after that, q dot poll. So this removes the front element from the queue, right? So after that, if number equals to number 2, then return step. So it checks if the current number is equal to the target number 2 or not. So if true, then it returns the number of steps taken to reach it. So after that, this one, so it checks if the current number has been visited. So if true, it skips the current iteration. Then visit number equals to true. So it marks the current number as visited. After that, string str equals to integer dot to string num. So it converts the current number to a string for easier manipulation. and then the nested for loop. So this nested loop starting from for int I equals to 0, I less than 4, I plus plus. So it iterates through each uh, each digit of the number, and then again for loop. So it iterate through each digit from 0 to 9. So after that, it's checking if I equals to 0 and j equals to 0, but it is in string. So then or j equals to string dot caret I. So here basically it skips the iteration if the current digit is 0 at the leftmost position, means I equals to 0, or if the digit in the is the same as the original digit at the current position, means j equals to string dot caret I. So this avoids creating numbers with leading zeros and unnecessary duplicates. So after that, uh, then continue, and with if it's not satisfied, then through this else condition. So here basically, if their string new string equals to string dot substring, so it basically constructs a new string by replacing the digit at the current position I with the new digit j. Then int value equals to integer dot value of new string. So it basically converts the new string to an integer value. And if yeah, means it's checking after that, it's checking that if the newly created integer VL is a prime number or not. So if it is a new pair with the updated value and the intermediate step count is added to the queue for further exploration in the BFS traversal. So this is the concept of it. So if you have any other approach, then you also can share through the comment section. And thank you for watching. If you like, then just do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.